it's wide open place, so now you got to switch out, you know.
What do you think he would do today if he were
Yeah,
scout rifle?
I don't know.
My guy's gonna hug me.
Door jam for seeing behind it. Give me 1 round 5 times trying to hit that bar. Go. Hey guys, it's HarleyWood. Welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at the new RAD lineup from Crimson Trace. Now I know we just did a massive giveaway from Crimson Trace. So if you're not a regular follower of the channel, I'm going to put a card right up here on the screen somewhere. They just allowed me to give away an $850 LPVO scope from their new lineup, right? So link in the description, or there's a card up here, link in the description below, go check that out. And today we're going to be giving away one of these. And look at that packaging, man. All you manufacturers, take note. Talking to you, Mod Light. Now, I'm gonna give it to you. Most of the time, the packaging goes in the trash, right? But it does speak volumes to the pride that they have in their brand. Imagine this, you pay $1,200 for your iPhone 13 Pro Max and it shows up in a Ziploc bag. You'd be a little disappointed, right? So if you wanna be perceived as a quality brand, show it off. All right, now back in September, I had the privilege of going to Gunsight Academy. Crimson Trace actually brought a bunch of us out there for the event, and we went through a week-long course with a couple of the optics. On the rifle you see behind me here is the RAD Max Pro, and on this Glock 19 Gen 5 is the RAD Pro. So it's a little bit smaller version, and then there's also a Micro Pro. So you can see mine here, all right? So this is if you have a subcompact like a Glock 43 or something in that size range. There's your size comparison. Micro on this side, Max Pro on this side. All right, so you've got 3 lineups. The Micro, the normal one, which is on the Glock 19 there, and then the RAD Max, which is a little bit bigger. It's got a bigger viewport window on it, more for carbines or for shotgun use. All right, now within the Micro, the RAD, and the RAD Max, there is also a basic model and a pro model, and then within each of those there is a green option or a red option. I only have the red dot options, and that's what we used when we were at Gunsight Academy. It was fantastic, especially the carbine one, man. I really enjoyed that bigger picture window. When I first got my RMR, its first application was on a carbine, okay? And that window was quite a bit smaller, all right? And so if you're in some compromising positions or you're trying to cut around or pie or pan a corner, it was a little bit challenging sometimes to fish for that dot in there. That one has a much bigger viewport window on it and eliminates some of that fishing you have to do for the dot. I went ahead and took it off so you could see it. Look at the difference between the Max Pro size and the RMR size. So if you have an application like this for a carbine, this gives you a much bigger picture window. And that mask right there, all right, that is from mirasafety.com, and I'm gonna be giving away a brand new one of those along with the particulate filter in the next couple days, okay? These giveaways are actually gonna overlap a little bit. I do a ton of giveaways on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed down below, and there is a mailing list link in the description below. The mailing list is the best way to be notified. I don't spam you or anything like that. I only notify you when I publish a giveaway video, so jump in it. Now on the base model, the dot will shut off after 8 hours of inactivity, okay? On the Pro model, it will shut off after 2 minutes of inactivity, but it has a what we call a shake to wake feature. So it's laying on your nightstand, you pick it up, as soon as it realizes that motion, the dot comes back on, literally before you can even get a sight picture. Look at the little sensor right there on the front. That is an ambient light sensor. It's only on the Pro models. And what that is for, most other optics that auto adjust the dot brightness, They do it based on the ambient light that's around the shooter, okay? The problem with that is if I'm inside of a dark building and I'm looking out of a door or a window and it's very bright out there, oftentimes my dot will be low and wash out with the brightness outside. What that sensor does is it takes in the light that is coming forward from whatever you are aimed at and uses that to set the dot brightness, so that if I aim out a door or a window and it's brighter out there, the dot brightness goes up, okay? So it helps to compensate for that, not just taking the light that's around me as the shooter, but actually taking into effect what I'm looking at as a shooter. Now, where that ambient light sensor is on the front on the standard one as well as on the Max series, on the Micro, it's actually tucked back near the lens on the inside. Now the RAD series, both the normal one and the Pro, both have the battery mounted on the top, so you do not have to remove it, lose your zero to put a new battery in from underneath like you do with a Trijicon RMR. Same thing on the Max series, the battery is mounted on the top. Now, unfortunately, the Micro is so small that this one does still mount it underneath. You're gonna get a 50,000 battery hour, 50,000 hour, you're gonna get 50,000 hours of battery life out of this one as well as the Max series. You're gonna get 20,000 hours out of the smaller battery that's on the Micro series. And they all also come with this rubber protection. User protection. Now I'm going off memory, so double check me when you order, okay, because I might get some of this wrong. But the RAD series, just the standard one and the Pro, come with a low mount, so if you did want to mount it on a Picatinny 1913 style rail, you can do that. The Max Pro comes with either a low mount or this co-witness mount that you see here. And the Micro does not come with any mounts, okay? It's intended just for micro pistols, subcompact pistols. All right, that was a lot of information. Now let's get to the giveaway. We're gonna be giving away one of these. So either the RAD Pro or the RAD Micro Pro. And these range in prices. The base Micro version, I believe, is $249 at the time of filming this video. And the Max Pro that you see on the rifle there is $449. That's still incredibly competitive versus like the Trijicon RMR. So we're gonna pick one winner, and that winner gets to choose between either of those, all right? So if you have a subcompact, you're gonna want the Micro. If you have a compact or a full-size pistol, you're probably gonna want the standard one. This is open in the US only, okay? So I pay to ship all of my giveaways myself, and I also don't wanna deal with the logistics of customs and import paperwork and stuff like that to ship it all over the world. So we're gonna limit it to the US only. All you need to do to be entered is to follow Crimson Trace on one of their social media outlets. I'm gonna post links in the description below. It's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, whichever one makes sense for you. Then come back here to this YouTube video. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can post a comment there, but that will not enter you in the giveaway, all right? Come to the YouTube video, post a comment down below, and tell me where you follow Crimson Trace. And I will do the giveaway drawing. It'll say right here on the bottom of the screen. The reason I don't know in order to tell you directly is because, as I said, these two are gonna overlap, and it depends on how I'm putting these videos together and editing them and having time and weather permitting to do some more shooting. And anyways, on the bottom of the screen right here is when the drawing will be done. And the drawing starts right now, so good luck, guys. One lucky winner is gonna get to pick one of these. Do me a favor, guys, if you like this video, give it a like down below. Again, make sure you're subscribed. I do a ton of giveaways. And don't forget that Mira Safety gas mask one is coming just in a few days, so make sure you are subscribed, make sure your notifications are turned on, and join my mailing list. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you in the next one.